You know you're not lazy, you know you're not unmotivated, but somehow, every time your life starts improving, something inside you pulls you quietly back. If that sounds like you, I think you need this video. You set your goals, but you abandon them easily. You build momentum and then you lose it completely. And just when things begin to work, you sabotage yourself. So maybe the question that you need to ask yourself is, what if the biggest threat to your future is actually you? Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're seeing this face for the very first time, my name is Swasti and this channel is my Yapper Central. I would love it if you would take a moment out, check out my other videos and subscribe to my channel down below. And today I'm here to tell you that maybe, just maybe, you are the one sabotaging yourself. Now, I know it sounds a little irrational, but what if it isn't? What if the biggest obstacle in your life is not a lack of discipline, but a lack of self-belief? And that actually stems from a part of your brain that's actually trying to protect you, because that is exactly what's happening. Now, inside your mind, there are two voices. One that's just pushing you forward, telling you to take risks, to grow, to push yourself out of that comfort zone. And another that's holding you back, telling you to stay safe, stay grounded, and do not take any risks because you're gonna fail. Now, the second voice, this is your inner saboteur. And ऐसा नहीं है कि वो तुम्हारा दुश्मन है. It is not there to ruin your life. It's just trying to protect your feelings. Because our brain is hardwired in a way that it protects us from danger, but it's not hardwired to help you succeed. Because sometimes to succeed, you have to take risks and put yourself at threat. Now, to grow as a person, it is extremely important for you to get out of your comfort zone and risk failure. To put yourself in an uncomfortable situation, not knowing what's going to happen, but you have to try. But the problem is, the brain thinks that failure, rejection and uncertainty are threats to survival. So whenever you're actually trying to level things up, it shuts you down completely, and the way it does that is through self-criticism. When you're constantly telling yourself that I am not good enough or maybe I'll probably just fail, it feels like honesty, yes, but it is not honesty. Psychologically, it's just protection. Because if you convince yourself that you're not capable, you don't have to try. If you don't have to try, you're never going to risk failure. And if you never fail, you don't have to feel any pain. So brain kind of sees it as an equation. But zindagi aise nahi chalti hai. So your brain makes a trade, right? It trades your potential to protect your emotions. But allowing that is self-betrayal. And over time, this pattern actually builds into something way more damaging. You stop trusting yourself. Because let's be honest, if someone promises to change every time but never follows through, you will never trust that person truly. And that's exactly what's happening to your brain. Your brain learns that your words mean nothing because aapne promise kiya tha that you will show up and you never show up for yourself. So the next time you set a goal, it resists. It doesn't have that same motivation. And not because it's against you, but it just doesn't trust you anymore. And that's why motivation alone will never work. And that's why for a lot of people, including me, discipline feels so difficult. Because I have trained my brain कि मुझसे तो नहीं हो पाएगा. So the real solution is to rebuild this trust with yourself. And that will always start with small steps, right? Do not make big promises. Lower the bar and prove to your brain that you can show up for yourself. That if you say something, you are going to follow through. It can be through just 5 minutes of effort. The smallest wins, but they will count. Because our brain, right, it doesn't exactly respond to motivation, but it will always respond to proof. When it sees something that's working out, it will always do that more. It will always push you to do that more. So it needs that evidence and proof that you're going to show up for yourself and you're going to do things. You know, in my last video, I spoke about how you train your brain to see proof of success. It also needs to see that proof of effort. It needs to see that, you can do it. You will show up for yourself. You will do this for yourself. And at the same time, you need to start questioning this critical voice of yours. Not just directly obey it, but question it. Because you need to realize that it's not the truth, it's just something that's trying to keep you safe. And over time, eventually, something will shift. And you realize that you were never actually broken, but thoda sa miscalibration ho gaya tha. Your mind has been protecting like an outdated version of yourself. And the moment you understand that, everything around you will change. So the next time you feel like quitting, don't ask what's wrong with me and stay in that guilt. Ask, what am I trying to protect? what is it within me that's feeling uncomfortable right now? Because when you stop fighting yourself and start understanding yourself, you don't just remove self-sabotage, but you actually get out of your own way. So if this video hit a little too close to home, good. That means you are finally seeing the real problem, and also that my algorithm has reached the right people. And honestly, once you recognize this pattern, you will not be able to unsee it. And trust me, this will change your life. That was it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. If you did, then please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below and let me know your thoughts on this topic. And I will see you very soon with another video. Till then, bye bye, stay happy, stay healthy, and take care of yourselves. Bye.